sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dahna. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Dahnan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Xion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Xion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Xion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Xion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Xion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dahna. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dahna and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Dahnans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dahna. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Xion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people! If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zuko policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then. In a bind. Eagle fly.
Its armor's too strong.
Split it
You
open.
picked the wrong... Be my guest.
Frickin' does it. Numbers win.
Here I come.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
You picked the wrong fight. You're mine.
Bring this.
I'll make it rain!
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
No, you're mine.
sleep now.
This one's mine!
You're mine. Severing wind.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dahna. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah. Can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help. I think Huro senses an owl around here.
Out of my way! Going in! Crescent moon!
If they rush you, you gotta just recover, okay?
Eat this! This one's mine!
More for the stockpile!
Rising Falcon!
Going in!
Dragon Sonic Thrust!
More with that hit!
Wind!
Tunnel!
And out On guard!
I can feel my power growing!
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Hup. Not my lucky day, I guess. All right. She's got a good size to her, all told.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy. It's on!
You picked the wrong fight!
Crescent
You're mine!
Storm!
You're finished!
Tiger Blade!
Are those arms even natural?
Hurricane Thrust! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Illuminate the sun!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me!
Double Demon Fang!
Hurricane!
Chocolate Thrust!
Chinese supernova! Raging cascade!
Mega Ray! Swallow Dance!
More for the...
I feel sprightlier than before.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia pride.
Gone!
This one's mine!
Come forth, holy glimmer! Holy
You're mine!
Dragon Scout!
Double Demon Fang!
Through!
Severing Wind! Rising Falcon! Chocolate Thrust! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's
See
for.
what happened there
Get
as you
behind
crossed.
me!
Got it!
Shouldn't have done
Leave
that.
it to you! Dragon Swarm! Mega Sonic Thrust!
Lightning
You're mine! I'm not done!
Look sharp! Give me a sit shot!
Blow away! I'm not done!
That was a little close for comfort.
Whoa! Ho, ho, ho!
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
You picked the wrong fight!
Denied!
Armor won't save you!
Lightning condemns!
This one's not!
Okay,
I'm on it!
Illuminate the dark!
Eat dirt!
Tiger Blade!
Holy land!
Talon
Mega
Hurricane!
Thrust! Dragon
I'm
Swarm!
just getting started!
Eat dirt!
Talon Storm!
Did it!
Armor won't save you!
Illuminate the
Talon
dark!
Hurricane! I'm just
Can't get
getting
out of
started!
this!
Holy land!
Dragon!
Now!
Eagle Assault!
Going in!
Talon Hurricane!
With this, I can become even stronger.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit. It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like...
And where do you expect us to
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah. I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renan like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will. Good food is the best kind of magic. Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
Not far enough!
Pull away! Dragon force!
More for the top! That's it!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Now, shut him down!
Rising Falcon! On guard! One more!
You picked the wrong fight!
Igneous Discharge!
Eat dirt!
One more!
Now you see what I can do!
Ground and pound!
I'm even stronger than before.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah! What are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
No choice!
Right here! I got it! I'm on! I'm gone! Classic Arc!
In a bind?
Eagle Fly!
Sleep now.
Smash you!
This one's mine!
You picked the wrong fight!
Igneous Discharge!
Take this!
Dragon
I can do this all day!
Flaming Meteor!
Dragon Sword!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Raging Storm!
Eagle Fly! Talon Sword! Going in!
You're mine!
Tiger Blade!
Tempest Whirl!
I'm on it!
Blow Cloud!
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kistara from behind.
No, I wasn't!
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Dirt!
You wanna play? Come at me!
Eat dirt!
Confiscated! Not on my watch!
Now you see what I can do!
Look sharp!
Eat dirt!
Do it! No!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
I'll finish you here!
Holy glue!
Not done! Eat dirt!
Holy lance! I can do this all day!
You picked the wrong fight!
Leave the enemy's
Eat
arms!
dirt!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Now! You're mine!
Shot!
You're
Fire
finished!
up!
You're mine! No escape!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh! It's you.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cislodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Mine! Talon Hurricane! Lightning Blade!
If it happens, just back it out again.
Eagle Fly!
Away.
Here I come!
Thunderblade!
No armor spares on me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Denied! Tectonic Fire!
Guess I had to
The enemy yields on too.
We'll soon see about that.
Lunar Dragon! Take this! Eat dirt! Talon Hurricane! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Eat this! Talon Hurricane! No escape! Eat dirt!
Now,
I'm on it! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
My turn! I'm gone! It's over!
Okay, one at a time.
I'll smash you! I'm on a roll now! You picked the wrong fight!
This one's mine!
Crew won't save you!
Now!
All yours, Kisara! I can feel my power growing!
Is it just me? Or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renan trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp.
Little help!
Flaming meteor! Ready to
We
fly!
confiscated!
Dragon down! Shockwave flash! Shockwave flash!
This one's mine!
You see, what happened there is you crossed me.
Double demon bang!
Look sharp!
I'm on. Do it! That's enough!
This one's
Too
mine!
fast!
Denied!
Stand back.
We managed to turn the tide!
For now, but things could shift at a moment's notice.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Nice slaw!
Get all the love!
Hey, I'm here too, you know.
You're finished!
Not in your dreams.
Eat dirt!
Make it rain!
Here I'm off! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Nice one, Alphin.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
They're surrounding us.
Eat dirt!
I'll smash you!
Look far enough!
In
I'll
here.
back in their defense!
You picked the wrong
Glad you
fight!
have your
You
use
can't get out of this!
Make it
I'll
rain!
show you how lethal I can be!
You picked the
I
wrong
can carve
fight.
through
Not
armor!
on my watch.
Denied!
I can carve through! Now I'm in the groove!
Round and pound.
You picked the wrong
sharp.
fight!
Dragon Shell!
Here I come!
Do it!
Tiger blade!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
We may get out of this alive after all.
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here.
I'm pretty sure we can win or
Okay,
anything.
let
You
us
picked the
know.
wrong fight!
This.
Megasonic thrust! Dragon
This
swarm!
one's mine!
Now!
More power to protect everyone.
And to be protected.
Yeah, that one. Oh, this looks nice and tough.
This'll make us even more focused.
farther.
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of...
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
No choice. I'm not done. Look sharp. Move away. Dragon form. You picked the wrong fight. Take this. Take this. You picked the wrong fight. We are freaking invincible.
Wasn't any other truly are strong.
What about me? I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life! And
Let's keep up the pace.
You picked the wrong fight.
I can carve through armor!
Don't mind if I do.
Take your break.
Frozen.
Hammer.
My turn. I'm not done. Eat dirt.
Take your break.
Frozen.
Hammer. Next time, do you think we could add some more flames into the mix?
Huh? It's not that easy to adjust, you know.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Did we really just spend that much money?
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath! All that thing sees is a talking meal!
So let's show it how wrong it is!
Is it trying to stop us?
Denied!
You picked
The
the wrong
flashing
fight!
part's their weak point.
Now you see what I can do!
Don't mind if I do.
Eat this! Talon Hurricane!
You're finished!
Lightning
Dragon!
Orb!
Shot!
Lightning Condemn!
Eagle Assault!
Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate Magic
Here and
Condemn!
now!
Holy
Demon
Lance!
Fang!
Its defenses are down.
Eagle
This one's mine!
Talon Storm!
Going in.
Enough
Let's
done.
keep up the pressure.
Into the wind!
Talon
Tiger
Storm!
Blade.
Light Astral Energy!
Eat dirt!
Take this! Eagle
Tiger
Blade!
Blade.
I'll tell you what, I can carve through armor!
You're mine!
Whirlwind Snap! Talon Storm!
Shot.
Lightning Raging
Blow
Captain!
away! More!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
You're mine!
Photon
You're
Roll!
finished!
Illuminate
Armor
the
won't
dark!
save you!
You're mine! You're mine! It's over!
Not in your dreams! Take this! Dance in
Can't
the
get out
wind!
of this!
Here I come! It's over!
Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack!
Try harder! Now!
Illuminate the dark!
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
I'm on it! Talon Storm!
Eat dirt!
Illuminate
Tiger
the dark!
Blade.
Come
Ah,
forth,
you
Holy
picked the
Glimmer!
wrong fight!
Hurricane!
Holy
Eat
Lance!
dirt!
I'll finish you here and now!
It's over!
My head's spinning just watching you.
Rising Falcon! Move it!
Raging Storm!
Flew away!
Illuminate
over.
the dark! Come forth, Holy Glimmer! Holy
I'll
Lance!
stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
Here I come! I'm on it! Stop! Armor won't save you!
Denied.
Ah, you picked the wrong fight!
Raging Not on my watch!
Take this! Here we go again!
Illuminate the dark!
It's over!
Let you all down.
Come forth! Don't mind if I do!
I owe you one.
Wind Astral Energy!
Far enough. All healed.
No further!
Light Dance in the wind! In here! Not in your dreams!
Don't pay for that!
Lightning
Armor
Condemn!
won't save you!
Falling behind!
Looks like this one's mine!
Like hell it is!
Illuminate the top! Holy Lance!
That's much better.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Far enough.
I can carve through armor!
Not on my watch! Illuminate the dark!
This one's mine.
Getting
Eat
stronger!
dirt!
Here and now!
Switching up its
Eagle
movement!
Assault!
Watch out!
The enemy is going all
Dragon
out!
Swarm!
Radiant Storm!
I'm on it!
Guess I
Dance
have to
in
use it
the
sometime.
wind!
Here!
Air thrust!
Can't move!
Here goes!
Now you see what I can do!
This
Dance
one's
in the
mine.
wind! Air thrust!
Dragon! I'll finish you
You
here
picked
and
the
now!
wrong fight!
One
More!
Tiger
Nice
Blade.
to do it!
How do you like being
nice
pounded
while it
into shape?
Now!
Flaming meteor.
Take this!
This one's mine.
Photon Lightning Condemn! Thunderblade!
You're mine!
Go!
You may be now! While it's reeling!
Wind Astral Energy!
Tiger Blade.
What's this?
That's better. On guard.
Now!
Jubilee.
All yours, Kisara!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Xion needs us.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is!
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Xion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelagian's still our best lead, so that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Xion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.
I don't want Xion to get mad at us for dragging our feet. I swear I've seen that castle somewhere before. Right. I remember seeing it from the cliffs in Calaglia, across the sea.
You mean Volron's castle?
Yeah, that must have been it.
Geographically, it would make sense. It's most certainly large enough to be seen from afar.
Back then, I had Xion and Zephyr with me.
Well, we haven't lost Xion. We can still get her back, you know. Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hoodle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah, more than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh, I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister, and Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hoodle for a bit. Good night. Another day, another Gald.
Guess I misread the landing.
Now you see what I can do!
Here I come! No arm in an instant! Impact Claw! Now, you're mine!
Illuminate
Take
the
it
dark!
down!
Come
Here
on,
I
roll
come!
now!
You picked the wrong fight!
There's always room for improvement.
Gotta break through!
Dance in the wind!
Renans slap!
In here!
This one's mine!
Here goes! Up and out! Let's go!
Dragon Swarm!
These ones can run rings around us! Lightning
Take
with them!
this!
Thunder Blade! Thunder Field!
Dragon Falcon! Renans slap!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy
Double Demon Fang! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Illuminate the dark!
Hurricane
Come
Thrust!
forth! Now!
Tear! Lock!
Look sharp!
Lightning Thunder Blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
Here!
Illuminate the dark!
Renans
Come
slap!
forth! Holy Glitter! Far enough! Holy Lance!
Strike!
Confiscated!
First strike! Eat dirt!
Denied! Now, Yukara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
These guys picked the wrong fight.
No complaints here. The more the merrier.
Just don't go getting any rash ideas.
Gosh, the castle's even larger once you get close to it.
Good. This came out just the way I hoped. Mind if I join you, Law?
See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
We're almost there, guys. Don't let your guard down.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shion.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry.
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to—
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Halt! Are you Alphen and his companions?
Why would you think that?
You are the only one scheduled to arrive, and there are no unscheduled arrivals in Ganath Haros. So I'll ask again, are you Alphen and his companions?
We are.
Then pass. Lord Volron is expecting you at Castle Delpharis.
Well, suppose it's rather nice of them to roll out the red carpet for us.
So we're supposed to meet him in there? What do we do now?
Let's see how things look around the city first. Then we'll make our way to the castle.
Not a slave in sight. Where is everyone? There aren't even any soldiers.
Something feels off. I don't like it.
Like the fact that the enemy could ambush us at any moment? Yeah, not crazy about that either.
No, not that. Something else.
That must be Volron's castle up ahead. I suppose we just walk right up to it then?
That's what the guard from before said. Now, if we only knew where they were keeping Shion, we could try to...
That's it! That weird feeling. It's not just that the city is empty. It feels like no one lives here at all.
Now that you mention it, it does feel strangely artificial. Think maybe it's a district just for the Renans alone?
With all this open space, seems unlikely.
Huh?
Hey! You guys! What's going on? What was that about? They were Dahnans, right?
That wasn't normal. Wait, you don't think it could have been the fruit of Helgen, do you?
No, they seem too docile. What about astral energy? Could you sense any coming from them?
No, and I'm pretty sure I could tell if it was. If not that, though, then what?
Speaking of which, it didn't look like there was anyone guarding them either.
They were headed for the castle. I have a bad feeling about those boats.
I get what you mean. It didn't feel like those folks are just commuting to work.
The waterway they're floating on appears to lead to Del Farra's castle. If we follow it, we may learn more about what's taking place here.
Man, this place gives me the creeps.
Law, your legs are shaking.
What? Liar?
Just kidding.
You...
I've seen ghost towns that were more alive than this city. Where the hell did all the Dahnans and Renans go? Shion. There's nobody here either. Looks like the only building up ahead is the castle.
No good. It's a dead end.
I don't relish our chances climbing. Or breaking through, for that matter.
And yet, this seems to be the only way inside. Take a look around. There must be a switch or something to...
What? What is it this time?
Look! Over there!
Alphen!
Astral energy? But then... that means...
Snap out of it! Can't you see what's happening? You're being deceived! Please stop! You'll die!
Damn it!
Bull Run is killing you! You need to run! Please, get off the boat!
What just happened?
We're being summoned.
Summoned? By that murdering monster?
It's all a demonstration designed to provoke. To prove to us, no, to Alphen, just what he's capable of.
kidnapping Shion. Killing all those people. If it's just me he's after, then why hurt them? Why do all this just to get at me? You hear me, Volron? Answer me!
Alphen, this is not your fault. Don't give this to him.
I know. And I won't. My hands are stained with blood. But even so, if we're going to stop that bastard, then I need to keep going. Let's move.
Damn it.
How awful. All of those people in the boats. Do you think they had any idea what was going to happen to them?
They did a damn good job of concealing it if they did. You ask me, the only thing on their mind was following orders.
And I bet I can guess who from. Volron.
The only thing they knew was mindless oppression right to the very end. What kind of purpose is that? Living only to die at your master's whim?
Being a slave means having your whole life stolen from you. In the worst cases, quite literally. That bastard will get what's coming to him. I'll see to it he does.
Is this what I think it is? Those people, they were all...
He's sick. Sick and deranged.
Remember this well. This is the true face of who we're up against.
Still, if it's not fruits of Helgen he's using, then how do you think Volron goes about controlling all of them?
They didn't look like they'd been threatened, but they didn't look like they understood anything either.
It could be something else, like a potion perhaps, but frankly I doubt it.
But that would mean they're following Volron out of choice? But why?
Nothing bolsters a despot's authority more than loyalty. Loyalty is advantageous for any ruler. For Volron, it means acolytes willing to give their lives for him. As for whether they did it willingly or not, I'd say they're merely puppets dancing to their master's tune.
But to the point where they'd give up their own life force? Is that even possible?
You just saw it for yourself. And think back to when I was your lord. If I'd asked you to sacrifice yourself for some cause, would you have?
Dohalim.
My apologies. My words got away from me again.
No, you're absolutely right. The only difference being that you never demanded such a thing. You wouldn't.
All lords are masters in the art of manipulating their subjects' hearts, whether they use fear, torture, or various other methods. The outcome is the same.
Fear.
No wonder there's no remaining signs of a resistance force in this place. Shion!
Wait! Something's not right.
Everyone. They're gone. And I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me.
Shion,
It's so dark. Everyone.
we came to save you. It's okay now.
I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me. No.
Shion.
Lies.
Thorns! This situation just got prickly.
There is immense dark astral energy here. Far too potent to be the work of a single individual. It is possible Volron's manipulating her. We cannot tell from this far away. We need to be much closer.
Only to do that, first we need to get rid of the thorn. So we fight fire with fire! Unless you have a better idea. Alone. I'm all alone.
Shion!
I can't die. But I also can't live.
Shion! Shion! We're coming for you! Won't let you down this time. Ah! Pain I feel. It's nothing compared to what you're going through. I won't let you go again. I can take whatever you give me. So please, open your eyes. Shion! You're finished!
Magic
What God?
Holy Land!
Blew away!
Tiger Blade!
Megasonic thrust!
Hurricane!
On guard!
Eagle Thigh!
Severing wing! Tear!
Going in!
You're mine!
Now I'm in the groove!
You're finished!
Look sharp! Crumble!
Double demon fang!
Storm!
My turn!
Tiger Blade!
Shockwave slash! My turn!
One's mine!
Shockwave slash!
Gaze! Spread!
The thorns just keep growing back. If this keeps up, then...
Please wake up, Shion! Come back to us! I'm alone. Alone? I'm completely alone.
You're wrong.
Elfin!
She thinks we left her all alone. She can't see us or hear us. All of this. It's because I pulled away from you. Because I couldn't hold on to you. Shion. But you're not alone anymore. Law's here. And Rinwell too. Kisara. And Dohalim. And so am I. Believe me when I say, you are not alone. So please, don't give up on us. We will bear your thorns together. I swear it. Shion.
do I have to tell you? Not to be so careless.
There is no more time for us to rest.
Let us finish this. I entrust this blade to you once more.
Let's go! Full Run is waiting.
Hey, Alphen?
What is it?
While I was away, what did you do?
I missed you.
Alphen. But after what happened because of me,
I got a glimpse of the real you. It was worth it. You could say the pain is some kind of reward.
some reward. You sure all that hurt hasn't done something to your head, too?
Hey now.
Is it just me, or are they...
It's been a while. They're just happy to see each other.
I know. I mean, it's fine.
We all express ourselves in different ways. Leave them be.
They should get a room.
Shion.
Thanks. I'll be okay. Let's go. We have to take Volron out.
Right.
Those things that came out of Shion are her thorns, right? She said that...
So, the Sovereign, the Renans Alma, the fate of Lenegis 300 years ago? Yes. That is a lot to take in, isn't it? I never realized the weight of the burden you were carrying.
I could say the same.
The person you kept mistaking me for. It was Naori, wasn't it? So, what do you think? Could I be her descendant?
It seems likely. You two do look very similar.
Kidnapping Xion, mistreating slaves, and who knows what other terrible deeds. Seriously? These so-called lords just think they can do whatever they like.
I am deeply ashamed to be one of their kind.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean you, Dohalim.
Do you think Volron could have been behind what just happened with Xion's thorns?
I'm not sure. If it was bait he needed, kidnapping her should have sufficed. Perhaps he had some other purpose in mind.
Her thorns aside, as a hostage, surely it would have made more sense to keep her close at hand. So why did he leave her unguarded?
If getting rid of Alphen was Volron's only priority, then he could have ambushed us directly. It's not as if he lacked the power. He chose not to, which means he's toying with us, prolonging Alphen's suffering as much as he can.
But why? What does Volron specifically have against Alphen? Is it because he's leading the Dahnan rebellion?
Possibly. But try to see it from Volron's perspective. He'd do anything to win the crown contest, correct? Knowing that the true sovereign already exists somewhere is bound to ruffle his feathers. Have your paths crossed before, Alphen?
Only when I've been with you guys.
In the end, we just find more mysteries.
What isn't a mystery is how badly we're gonna beat this creep up once we find him.
What a simple and straightforward person you are, Law.
Way to give us a heart attack. I wasn't sure how that was gonna pan out for a while.
I'm just glad everyone's safe.
What about you, Xion? How are you feeling?
Back then, and then...
You're okay. You're safe. We're here with...
Thank... Must be Volron's Imperial Guard.
They don't seem to be keeping lookout. More like they're waiting.
Oh well, the royal welcome was nice while it lasted.
Time to get our fists dirty, huh?
Wait, we don't have a plan!
As far as Law's concerned, this is the plan. Let's go!
Open your eyes! This blind loyalty is just another form of slavery!
Glory be to Volron!
That's useless. They're brainwashed. Just like the Dahnan puppets we dealt with outside.
Eagle Sword! This one's mine!
Dragon Sword!
Raging Cascade! Seal!
An astral punch?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Ignore! Now I'm real mad!
In here!
Dragon Sword!
Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! This tenebrous claw!
Lightning orb!
Dragon form!
Astral energy!
Say no more! You're mine!
Air thrust!
Here we go again! Pierce! Megasonic thrust! Dragon form! Severed wind! Talon hurricane! Shockwave flash!
Lightning orb!
Shockwave flash! It's over! You picked the wrong fight!
Well, that didn't feel great. Those soldiers were just like the slaves, driven by a warped sense of loyalty.
Yeah, that was just about as hollow a victory as they come.
It's strange. I always thought loyalty was one of the greatest virtues out there. Now I'm not so sure. Is it simply a question of where your loyalties lie? Or is it fealty itself that's the problem?
Maybe it only becomes a problem the moment you stop thinking for yourself.
So if we defeat Volran, you think they might learn to think independently again? Actually, no. Never mind. This isn't the time. We can worry about that after we finish the task at hand and defeat Volran.
As expected, Volran's elite guards are quite formidable. Their equipment and training far exceed those of any foot soldier.
We need to be careful not to let them exhaust us before we reach Volran.
I never miss!
It's over!
Illuminate the
Dragon form!
going in! Magic is out!
It's over! Can't move!
I can carve through armor!
This ends now!
Holy land! Not on my watch! Kigara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here's a
No
hero!
chance! Crush! Try this! Explosive ring!
Do it!
Kizara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
Air thrust!
Eat dirt! Hurricane thrust!
Now you see what I can do!
Finish!
Just armor won't save you!
In here!
Take this! Burn in hell!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I need to be stronger.
It's such a huge area to search. Where should we even begin?
I believe the largest, tallest...
No backing down!
Ignite the ball!
Illuminate the dark! Where are you going?
You picked the
These
wrong
ones
fight!
can run rings around us!
Can't get out of this!
No escape!
Make it rain!
Kizara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Dragon
Marker!
Illuminate the dark!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Come out here! Shouldn't have messed with me!
Dragon form!
I can carve through armor!
You're mine! Ignite!
Gale Force! Confiscated!
Here I come!
Smash you!
Do it! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! I can feel my power growing!
line.
It's over! Damn! Take this! Mega Sonic Blow!
Take it.
This isn't looking good.
The enemy was on it too.
We'll soon see about that.
Dragon Sword! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Eat this! Here I come!
Resonate
It's
with you.
yours! You're mine! Mega Sonic Blow! Try harder! No! Not again!
Freeze Lancer!
Not today!
Here we go. Now you see what I can do. On
Take
your
this!
knees.
Where are you going?
No further! Here I come!
Rip and catch.
Water! Do
On
it!
your
Talon
knees.
Hurricane! Get toasty!
Bird strike.
I'll
My turn!
roll!
Pierce!
Shouldn't have messed with me.
You're finished!
I really owe you one.
Dragon Swarm!
That is the spot.
Look. Looks like we got them all.
Is the path being pulled up like some kind of drawbridge?
I'm guessing there's no way to kick it back down, huh?
Most likely, it's connected to a control apparatus of some sort. I suggest we search around and see what we uncover.
It'll take more than this to stop us!
Perhaps they were trying to exhaust us? Discourteous, aren't they?
Stardust! Go right to forward! You're mine! You're finished! You picked the wrong fight! On your knees! You're mine!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Resonate with you! Take this! The last one! Sword Rain Alpha! Sword Rain Alpha! I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing
Not a chance! Here!
The enemy wields ours too.
You'll soon see about that!
On your knees.
It's over!
Air pressure.
Here!
Resonate with the earth.
Dragon Form! You're mine!
Smash you!
You're finished!
Resonate with the
Very
earth.
well! Astral energy! Full throttle!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
No backing down!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hurricane!
Rending Flash!
Heal you all!
Not today!
Healing circle!
No further!
This one's mine!
You're mine! Easter!
That's
You
my
should have
cue!
messed with me!
Shut him down!
Not on my watch!
You're mine! It's over! Ignite! Dragon Form!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here I come! You're
I
finished!
never miss!
I can carve through armor!
Rinwell!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth...
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Negative
I
gain!
never miss!
Never see what I can do!
Take this! First strike!
Confiscated!
Denied! Can't get out of this!
Crush!
Mega Ray!
You're mine!
Doesn't hurt!
Mega Ray!
Sword Rain Alpha! Try this!
I'll face you!
Eagle Assault!
Sword Rain Alpha! No escape! Dragon Form! Try this!
Glacial Spear! Piercing bolt!
Dragon Form! You're mine! Not today! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Rending Flash! It's over! Ignite!
Hey! Blow them away!
Do it!
Now! In an instant! Impact Block!
There's always room for improvement.
Coming
Here,
through!
let me help.
You picked the wrong fight! Stardust!
Negative
It's over! Hurricane Thrust! Searing Gale!
Your wings won't save you from
me!
Why can't they just sit still? Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Eat this! Dragon Form!
I
debut perform! Megasonic Drop! Dragon Form! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block! Now! You're mine! Take it!
Where are you going?
No further! Now you see what I'll finish you here and now! I'm not done! Ignite! I'm ready! All yours, Kisara!
Lunar corruption! Lunar blast!
Can't get out of this!
I never miss! Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
And thus our strength yet grows. Let's see what we've got.
Take this! Swallow dance!
Corruption!
Here I come! Ignite! Take this! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Burn in hell! Got flyers!
I'm done! Let a marksman handle it!
I'm on a roll now! All yours! Not today!
Here's a This one's mine! That's my shield!
Shut him down! Winwell! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! Here's a healing art!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
Holy! Hey! Blow them away!
I'll heal you all!
Burn in hell! Here I come! Thank you! Rondo! Not again! I'm not done!
These fists has got your name on them!
Lunar Rondo! I see you! I'm ready! Winwell! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
I can feel my power growing!
By the way, I wanted to say sorry for attacking you when we first met.
Fret not. If nothing else, it made our encounter that much more lively.
I know, but I've been meaning to apologize for a while now anyway.
At this stage, I'd say it's all in the past. If anything, I consider you a capable and trustworthy ally.
I'm honored to hear you say...
No
Here,
choice!
let me help!
Burn!
First aid!
Dragon Shout! Air pressure! Rising Phoenix! Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal! You picked the wrong fight!
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Lunar Rondo! Jonah, I'm on it! Hurricane Thrust!
Healing circle!
I owe you one!
These fists has got your name on them!
Mega Ray! Back into the fray!
Ignite!
Mega Ray!
No further! You're mine!
Darling! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Annihilation!
You're mine!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Take this! Searing gale! There you are! I can shatter any speed! Eat this! Can't get out of sight! It won't escape me! See what I can do!
Not on my watch!
Far enough! You're mine! No further!
Do it!
Rip and tear!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Lightning!
My turn! Dragon swarm! I'm not done! Burn it!
I'll heal you all!
I can carve through
Do
all!
it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Will this help?
No! Here I come! Pierce! Resonate with the earth!
Talon Hurricane! Into the
I owe you one!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Resonate with the earth!
First
Blow away!
Lightning! Do it!
Oh! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Hey, didn't we come through here earlier?
That's... Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know where we are anymore.
When everything around us looks the same, it's easy to get turned around.
It's on! No escape! Eat dirt!
Mega Ray!
Take this! Now you see what I can... Now I'm in the
Two
groove!
heads? That's not even fair! Where are you going?
Here I come! Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still? Shia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! See about that!
In a vine?
Lunar Corruption!
I'm not done! Eat dirt! Begin! Dragon Swarm!
Super Swallow Generation!
Innocent Deity! You're my again!
Talon Hurricane!
Try harder! Tear you apart! You see what happened there is you trust me. Shouldn't have done that.
I never miss!
Dragon Swarm! Now you see what I can do!
Here, let me help.
Eat dirt!
Where are you going?
Seismic Rupture! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Come on, roll now! Here! Super Swallow Dance! Healing Circle! I'll face you! Dragon Swarm! Catapult! Dragon Swarm! Try this! Catapult! Explosive Ray! Away! Burn!
Healing
In a vine?
Eat this! Water! Hear my call! Spread!
Not today!
Freeze
All
Lancer!
won't save you! You're mine! Catapult! You're finished! Eat this! You've got a roll now! Take this! Catapult!
Talon Hurricane! Burning Strike!
Rising Phoenix!
Water!
Take this!
Hear my call!
You're finished!
Spread!
Negative Sunlight Alpha!
Freeze Lancer!
Come on, roll now! Resonate with the earth! Here I come! I'm not done! Eat dirt! Talon Storm!
Lunar Corruption! Talon
Resonate with the earth! Hurricane Thrust!
Stalagmite!
Searing Gale! On your knees! Burn!
Flame of Fury!
First strike! Here! I'll run you through! Resonate with the
Here's
earth!
evil!
Explosive Ring! I'm ready! Zero!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
astral arts are coming along quite nicely.
Coming along? What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you know. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff, suspended in midair.
So you want to be a street magician then?
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.